Hello, everyone, and welcome to another and 1 year anniversary episode of the Atlantic Bushcraft Adventures. Tonight, episode 52. And tonight, of course, Ben, we are doing the giveaway for the YouTube subscriber draw. Or, yeah, I think I said that right anyway. If that makes sense to everybody. Anyway, anybody that subscribed to our YouTube channel had the opportunity to get entered into a draw for a giveaway. All the items are listed there on our website or on our Facebook page if you want to check them out. But there's some decent things in there, Ben. I mean, there's, of course, one of our snazzy-dazzy Atlantic Bushcraft t-shirts, courtesy of your wife there. So why don't you tell them a little bit about that, and I'll advertise this up.
So, yeah, I think this is size large. Trying to orientate this. So it's, I'm a bushcrafter, what's your superpower wrote on the back, and our snazzy dazzy logo right on the front, right above the heart. So yeah, we got that. You haven't seen this yet, really, except for a quick photo. But the handkerchief that you provided, that we put our logo again on that. We've got a keychain, two-sided, again with our logo. Leather. Recycled leather.
That's always the best kind. As bushcrafters, we tend to be multi-users.
Yeah. So what we've been doing is going out to thrift stores and buying like leather coats that are old and salvaging some of the leather. Some people may hate me for that.
It's being repurposed. Eventually, it was going to end up a trash can, right? So I think it's great.
Yeah. This thing never been used. I'm a bit nervous. There's still like a sticker on there, like it's literally never been used. I'm a bit nervous of putting that in the mail.
As long as it's in Canada, we shouldn't have a problem. If it's outside Canada, I already looked into it. There's only really 2 locations that would cause us any problems from our listeners. I'm not sure on our YouTube side, but on our listener side, so I'm going to assume the YouTube side correlates, and we'll contact them and maybe work something else out. Believe it or not, the ferro rod may cause us more problems.
Oh, yeah? So then there's this hydration pack. I have a bunch of these. I know you have a bunch of these. I really like them because it has the top that opens up. So with like the Sawyer Mini that I use, it's really easy to fill up. Where the little bags they got with the you screw the cap off.
Mine's sitting right here, Ben. I'll grab it. Just one sec.
Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry about that, but yeah. I'm not stealing your topic, am I?
No, right. Go ahead.
So this is the bag. This is just a Coleman version of the one that's being included. The one included is a Woods version, and actually I like it a little better. This one just happens to still work. But if you take the inline water line, your Sawyer Mini will connect directly into that. Now, the Sawyer Mini, if anybody's familiar with them, comes with this tiny little 8-ounce or 16-ounce bag. I can't remember, but if you watch some of the video from our first camping trip, you'll realize that that bag takes a lot of work to get you any amount of drinking water. So on that trip, I kind of spied Ben had this set up, and it worked amazing. So, of course, I ran out, bought one of these, tried it, and honestly, guys, it is the best way of using your Sawyer Mini or any kind of inline water filter like this. Fill it up, 2 liters, hang it in a tree, comes out the bottom, all kinds of water for your canteen and then some. Normally, I think both of us on the last camping trip ran into the problem we were overfilling our canteens a little bit.
Yeah, but with the Sawyer Mini, I don't really care because it can do so much water that it's ridiculous anyways.
Yeah, it's like
we got a little pouch of fire starter in there. That's awesome. We've got some fire starting stuff, some fat wood, emergency blanket. I think there's some chert in here.
So there's a piece of chert and there's some real flint, as well as
Yeah.
there's a striker, and it's just a cheap old striker. It's a hardened file. Just it's very similar to the one I'd carry in my pocket for testing rocks when I'm out and about. Um,
Yeah.
and I think the
Small
other
ferro
thing,
rod.
what is it?
You had a small ferro rod in there, I think.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a small ferro rod and a piece of chaga. Like I said, the ferro rod, if it's outside Canada, may give us the hardest time to ship out.
So there's your ferro rod. There's a little bits of quartz and stuff. And there's the, like you said, the metal striking. So good for testing metal, and you can get a good spark off this, I'm sure. I'm not going to.
No, I actually tested it before I put it in there. I was able to start a piece of char cloth, no problem. Things are good.
Yeah. Then we got some of these survival stake cards, a little survival tool. Honestly, for such a small channel, and I think this is an awesome little giveaway. But
Actually,
I'd be happy.
that little multi-purpose card, I actually still carry that in one of my day packs. I have one identical to that. And is it the best tool that's ever graced the bushcrafting world? No, but you'd be surprised how often that little thing can save your butt.
Well, that saw feels pretty sharp, man. Like,
Yeah, new they'll like I said, it's neat. Whoever gets it, just throw it in your bag and try it for different things, because you'll be surprised what that little thing will do. And think outside the box.
there's a bit of an edge to the knife edge too.
I
Like
was
you said,
gonna
some
sharpen it, I did not.
some wrenches, a little bottle opener, and a couple of little other tools in there. So, definitely going to come in handy. This one here is a little magnifying glass. I carry a much bigger version of that, but I actually did a little bit of crafting one day with it, wrote Bushcraft on a piece of wood.
I think I've seen that.
Last, but probably not, it's a picture on somewhere, one of
Yeah,
our things.
I think you showed me the picture. Facebook. I think it's on your Facebook.
Some more fire type stuff. This little thing, it says Zippo. I don't think Zippo makes it, but it does say Zippo. It's a forever match. Put a little bit of lighter fluid in it. It's got a steel rod and a little ferro on the side, and makes a spark. I've included 2 of these slow match type things, and I think there's like 8 of these makeup pad discs that I made. So, all in all, I think it's pretty good.
I mean,
Sort of a thank you to everyone who's been listening.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly it. It's a great thank you to some of the more advanced bushcrafters that may subscribe to the channel. It might be a little underwhelming to you, but I think for anybody in the medium to getting into it, it's a really, really nice package. Like, there's some good stuff in there. It at least gives y'all a starting point, you know what I mean? And actually, some of the more advanced guys might appreciate the flint and steel. Because even good bushcrafters, it's a skill they haven't actually attempted. And the Altoids tin that's in there will keep it all nice and together. And you might try a new skill, if nothing else. Or the Forever Match. That thing's great. I did have one. And don't get me wrong, ferro rods, all that, that's great. But if you just want to get a fire going, you're kind of cold, that thing's great. You don't need a lot of dexterity. You can strike it, set it in under your tinder bundle, and it's going to light. And it's actually pretty windproof, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, so no, it's a good little package there, and like I said, it's sort of a thank you to everyone who listens and stuff. I guess we should broach the subject of subscribers.
Yeah,
we have posted it, but we did run into the tiniest flaw is some of you guys have private settings, so we actually can't get your names.
it just says a subscriber subscribe to your channel. So unless you want me to call you subscriber, and currently there's about 40 of yous, we don't have any names to go to it, unfortunately. So that being said, I do have everything open here. If you are listening there are instructions on how to change your settings over from private to public, and that'll just allow us to get your names after the draw. If you want to convert it back to private, be my guest. If you don't think it's worth going through to try and be in the draw, that's your prerogative as well. But if you would like to be in the draw, and we do want you to be in the draw, we want everybody to have equal opportunity to this, please switch your settings over to public, at least for like the next hour. I swear we're not going to write any of your information down and keep it. We won't put it on mailing lists or any of that, trust me. Ben and I aren't technologically advanced enough to handle that task first and foremost. But, no, we get it. I was the same way. I figured it out because I looked at my settings and they were actually set to private, so it happens.
So, yeah, you say, like, not that technologically advanced. I'm still trying to figure out how to post on some of this stuff. Well, we got some people here talking. I see this.
There you go. You got yourself logged in. So anybody that's playing at home, and we do have some of the regulars that are, obviously, Ben acquired himself a little new toy to himself there, and it's a little bit of a new setup for him, and he's still trying to coordinate it all. So I don't know how much you want to say, how much you don't want to say, Ben, but that's about as much as I'll allude to that.
Yeah, it's just I do have a laptop. One of the things we've been struggling with, I've been struggling with, I guess, is I shared we had a laptop, me and the wife, we shared it. She's got her own, we talked about it for like a bit of a business and stuff, and her hobbies that she needs one for, and then the video editing and stuff. It takes a lot of time. I don't think people necessarily realize the effort it takes to put a good video out. And not that I'm saying ours are awesome, because I've seen really good ones out there, but even our mediocre ones take a fair bit of time to edit and process and all that. And without a decent computer, that takes forever. In fact, I have my other laptop isn't a horrible computer. It's a fairly good computer, and to do a half-hour video, just the exporting of it takes the better part of 45 minutes to an hour. So, almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Once you drop it into Q, but that doesn't include the time it takes to cut and splice and check and make sure you don't have a horrible sound or something weird going on in the background. Or
Did you ever think you were going to be this far into it when we started, Ben? Because I actually thought about this the other day. Literally, when you and I first started talking about this, like, oh yeah, we'll just do it from our cell phones and we'll upload it and everything will be great. And
yeah,
a year later, we realized those are the best of intentions, and we hope everybody goes out there and takes a crack at it. Realize 1 year later, both Ben and I now have new systems to support this hobby of ours, and we're still learning how it's all working. And I mean, we're not doing the best job, but we're not doing the worst job, I don't think.
Daddy's the office.
Hey, baby, come on in. That's my little one coming in, and she's going to say hi and then go to bed, I assume. Say hi. Come on over.
hello.
Wave.
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 Say wave.
Are you going to wave?
Say wave.
All right, baby.
Hey.
Can you say goodnight?
Good night.
Night-night, everybody. Bye-bye. All right, off with Mama.
Let's go in.
Go on. I'll come in and tuck you in afterwards.
Yeah, you can.
Sorry about that, everyone, but you have to admit, that's kind of cute. What were we talking about? I got derailed.
Everyone should go out and try this.
Yes. Start a podcast. You will not be disappointed at the things you learn and the money you invest. It's better than a retirement plan. Guaranteed, because you won't have one.
I think everyone needs a hobby, though. Like, this is the thing. If in life I have too many hobbies, but everyone needs something to keep themselves occupied and entertained. Bushcrafting in itself is a full-time hobby, don't get me wrong. The podcast is something we've added to it, and it is also a full-time hobby. We put a lot of time and effort, and a lot of things don't work out. Like, you guys won't necessarily see everything we attempt, because some of it we just figure isn't good enough.
Nope, you're all good. Just there were some comments on the side there. There were. Oh, that's probably what you're reading, are you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, we hope everyone gets a chance in here, but we can't do everything. Uh, yeah, like I said, we don't. Everything I do doesn't actually get videos out there. We have some videos coming. I think I have one slated to come out tomorrow. I know some people have seen it. I've shared it. And unfortunately, it's a good example though. Went out trip with a buddy. I think it was a pretty good trip. It doesn't end. It's. I was supposed to come back and do like a closing, and I never did get around to it. And then I shaved, and I thought it was just going to look funny if I pushed myself into it. There's a big gap in
There's
it.
these are real problems for people that make videos, and once again, I was always from the mindset, it doesn't matter. Just grab a camera, I'll make a video, and everything will be good. But like Ben
Yeah,
said, the reality is sometimes you'll start something comes up, life happens. And I mean, the best instance would be you're shooting a video, everything is good, and you know what, took a little longer than I needed, I gotta go put some wood in the fire, or it's getting late, I gotta put my hammock up, could be anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'll get right back to that. And right back to that could be tomorrow, might be the
yeah.
next day. Like, if it all goes perfect, video from start to finish, it all works out good. And I think out of all of the videos we've done, minus the podcasting ones, and there are a lot of videos you guys haven't seen, we had, what, one? And I think that was one
Yeah,
of my review videos where I shot it literally in the woods. Yeah, it was the Chaga video. I shot
yeah.
that start to finish, one take, and no editing. I uploaded it I took it home and threw the branding and stuff on it. But other than that, that still took a half hour to process, and I think it was like a 3 minute video because I was using my old system at the time, and like
Yeah.
that's still a ridiculous amount of time for a 3 minute video. It's
Oh yeah,
tons of time, but it's fun. Don't let that discourage you. It is fun as hell.
yeah. It's a constant learning curve though. Like every time you do it, you learn something else, and it's it's a conscious effort. Like when I went with my buddy Martin a little while ago, he was all for supporting me and helping, and he's like, "You should have stopped here and took a video here, and you should have done that." I'm like, yeah, but we also want to enjoy ourselves and not spend the whole time trying to take video. And it is it's a constant thing of trying to find that balance of getting out there and really enjoying it, and getting out there and getting enough video to share it and make sure everyone can kind of enjoy a bit of it.
Just
So
had
it's
another
good.
person jump in with a subscription. So if you're listening there, Aaron, I did get you subscribed, and you are now into the draw.
Oh, you got someone else on there?
Not in the comments. It came up in my. I have my notifications open for subscribers, and
Oh,
it
okay.
just
Yeah.
popped up. So, like, if anyone hasn't guessed yet, we are pushing the draw more towards the end of the show to give everybody a chance to switch over their privacy settings. And we just really want to make sure you guys get entered into this if that's truly what you want. We're not trying to short anyone out on that at all. And honestly, it was me that kind of dropped the ball on this because I didn't realize there was even a privacy setting that needed to be ticked off. You know what I mean? So,
No.
and if I had known that going into it, I would have done things way differently. But once again, that's one of those great many learning curves that we were just talking about.
So one of my questions is like, if we see their names in the chat, does that mean they probably don't have privacy settings on anyways?
No. If your privacy settings are enabled, you can still go into the chat and you're perfectly fine. All the privacy settings do is people can't see when you subscribe to them and you can't see what they're subscribed to. So if you were
Oh,
lurking somebody, you can't see what they're subscribed to. And if they were lurking you, they can't necessarily know it's them lurking you, if that makes any kind of sense.
no. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can kind of see that. It's kind of nice to know who your viewers are, get an idea of what they're into. So it's kind of cool. But I can understand everyone not wanting you to do that. And me and you really don't have the time or effort to really go stalking everyone. So don't worry about us. But I can see where things come from that. Uh, I, that being said, though, we've gotten some friends added to Facebook. I think both of us have a few for sure, and it's simply through meeting them through this, right?
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to think of the gentleman's name. He was from Ontario. I don't have my Facebook open, but I guess I can open it. Anyway, it was just the other day. Somebody added me as a friend on Facebook, and I didn't recognize them at all. And I had them in, and I was just kind of waiting to see what happened. And literally, and these are the kind of responses we get that are great. It's like, oh, I just caught your show, just starting to listen to it, just want to say you guys are doing a good job, keep it up. And I mean, that's awesome. I love the praise, but that's at the same time, it's very humbling and surreal. You know what I mean? I never thought when you and I started this that we'd get anything like that. I expected the complete opposite. I expected the message to say, oh, look at the guys in the woods. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's awesome. Everybody's been super supportive of it. Like, it's been an amazing experience. That's Chris. James Lowe. Oh, went too far. Jamie. Sorry, Jamie. I know you're going to catch up to this, and you're going to hate me for this, but I'm going to try your last name. Penner. Jamie Penner. So I hope I got that right. He is still back. When we were chatting, he said he was around episode 30, so I think I got at least a day or two before he catches up. So hopefully I'm safe. And that's the other thing. Our YouTube side is starting to grow a little bit. And unfortunately, it's a little hard for people to see just from our YouTube side, but we actually do have a pretty good following on the audio side, which, funny enough, being a podcast, that's kind of where we originated all this from. We used to broadcast the videos to Facebook starting off, and then I would re-download them, convert them to audio, compress them into audio, and upload them to a web host that I ran. And starting off, it was like, oh yeah, we're never going to use up this space. And literally, it was like a month or two ago. No, when did we switch to Anchor? Just last month, wasn't it? January?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just last month we ended up switching to Anchor. And if anybody's out there thinking about getting started in podcasting, check that out. It's been great to us. They're not sponsoring us in any way, shape, or form. Wish they would. But if you are starting to podcasting, great service. You can upload it to there, and it will broadcast to all the other podcasting channels. I don't actually know what they're called. See, that's how technologically advanced we are. But anyway, it submits it out to everything else, and it's been great. But back to the point of the story was when we first started, it never seemed like we were going to run out of space. And then, like, in December, we were having our financial meeting, if there is such a thing, and we're like, we can't keep up with the space we're using, and the bandwidth is outrageous. So that's...
And we kept looking for like options, and I think I found Anchor.
Yeah.
But we tried a whole bunch of things, and we've joined a lot of forums and stuff for podcasters and stuff, and we're learning a bit from these guys. A lot of them are worlds ahead of us. Some of them have what I would consider a highly professional quality stuff coming out, and there's a bunch of other ones that are similar to me and you. It's a couple of people with some passion that are putting out some good product. I think we have great product, but
I might be a little biased, but I think it's great too. I mean, I get to have fun every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night
at 8:30 Atlantic time. Be there. Okay.
and every weekend we can get free to do something. We try, but it is tricky. So we have right now 121, is it?
We may be up to 122.
Ooh.
But yeah, anyway, 120 plus subscribers. Once again, pretty humbling, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people have made it a lot further in shorter time. But for a couple of guys that basically crawled out of the woods and decided to try and put something on a camera, and neither of us really had any experience going into this. I used to pretend I had experience and said, oh yeah, I made a couple of videos. Things are good. You know what? Nah, that's bull. That was nothing compared to the what we actually effort we put into this. And once again, not bad, just a totally different experience. When I was doing my own, it always seemed like a chore. I love doing this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot better with someone to talk to discuss things with, to try and solve problems with, and just in general, like a monologue is hard. Sort of talking stories here is one of our early episodes where we were still trying to get things figured out. We didn't have things necessarily right here, and you walked away and left me for a monologue for a bit, and I just choked. Like, I died. And
I remember hilarious. That. That's when the neighbor came to visit.
Yeah. Go back and look for it, right? But yeah, I was just taken completely off Okay, I didn't know what to do.
I mean, we still have our technical difficulties. Don't get me wrong, but I think our quality has continued to go up. I hope.
It had to.
What do you guys think? Like, I mean, those of you that have listened to us for a little while now, has the quality gone up? I like to think it has. I think our professionalism has gone up. Our smoothness is, or we are a bit more smooth, I should say. We've had some neat episodes where we were pulling stuff off websites, and it looked professional. I mean, I was struggling and sweating bullets, but it looked good. So I think our quality has gone up, but the knowledge is still here. I don't know if we'll ever catch up knowledge-wise, but we are definitely trying.
Oh, it's knowledge and equipment. That's what really surprises me is how much equipment you do or could use for a lot of this stuff. Like I could still use better lighting.
Oh my god. Lighting is like the devil to this.
Yeah.
I have a lamp. Ben has this entire setup down there, and somehow our lighting is equivalent. Like it is crazy, and I need more lighting too. I mean, it's the little things you don't think about, right?
Just to get this good, I've got like an emergency blanket up behind me. I have a giant pizza pan on a wall on the other side, and I'm firing a giant LED into that, reflecting back at me. And I've had filters and stuff up there. Filters.
Yes, I remember the filters. What you guys don't see off camera is hilarious sometimes too. So, always appreciate, I think I've said before, we go into this unscripted, other than, hey, what do you want to talk about tonight? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Here's a couple key points I'd like to get to. If I get off track, try to keep me on track. And that's when we're really planning things out. That's
Yeah.
about the best we get. Most times it's like, what do you want to talk about tonight? Cool. See you at 8:30. And that's how we go in. I think it actually adds a dynamic fluidity. Fluidity? Is that the right word?
Sure.
Sure. Anyway, it adds a very fluid element to it because and I said this in the last episode, but now that you're here to add into it, I'm reiterating a little bit, but
Oh yeah, sorry
it's
about
more
that.
natural. No, man. You had things going on, so you get a veto on that for sure. That's a story for another day, though. But anyway, the
I
off-script
survived.
debatable. You did not sound good that day, my friend. You sounded like you had a rough day.
I had a rough day,
But
and I have pictures to prove it.
just the couple you sent me, I was good with that.
Yeah.
I can't come on tonight. Oh, you okay? Sent me a few pictures. Okay, man. You take care. But yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that. Anyway, Ben, where are we at? We're at about 9 o'clock. I was just actually waiting for my little one to get in bed because I'm going to call Melissa in to do the draw for us. That way, it's completely unbiased, and I'm not pulling it. So officially, we are ending subscribership to the draws. If you haven't got in, I horribly apologize for the lack of the privacy thing. Hopefully, that's not the reason you didn't get in. But like I said, that I dropped the ball on that. I apologize to everybody. I didn't understand the privacy settings at all. This is what happens when you take a redneck and put him in front of a keyboard. It usually goes wonky, as we like to say. But anyway, I'm going to get Melissa in here. We'll do a draw from the, what did I call this, Ben? The dishwasher pail of giving, because,
Yeah.
high class there. So anybody that is subscribed to our YouTube channel, of course, with my own and Ben's personal accounts being pulled out, we weren't that bad. We didn't include our own names. But with mine and Ben's personal accounts pulled out of the subscription ship, everybody that's on the subscribe list right now has been added into the container. We'll give it a little shake. We'll get Mel to draw it, and we're going to flip it around. Well, yeah, we're going to flip around, show the camera. It's probably going to be in reverse, or maybe not, because my name's coming out there. Yeah, hey, I flipped everything a couple days ago, or a couple episodes ago. So anyway, we'll get her to draw it, show it to the camera, and that is who is going to get the giveaway. And hopefully you're on. I will message your YouTube account, and hopefully you get that. If not, then we will wait 1 week, and I guess try again next week. Does that sound reasonable, Ben?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
She's listening to me on the other side of the door.
On the TV,
So,
actually.
oh, it's on the TV. Without further ado, once again, the bin of giving.
The bin of
There we go. I want it on camera to make sure nobody thinks
You're
I'm
all
messing
tuned
with
in
it.
to see her hand. You know that, right?
All right, now she can't see it all. You guys can more than she can. What do you got?
My name.
Here you go.
Okay, it's Pierre Jensen. Does that focus in there at all, Ben?
Not for me.
Hopefully somebody can see that there. Anyway,
YouTube
Pierre-
is 3 seconds back, or maybe half a minute, actually. I
anywho,
trust you.
yeah, Pierre Jensen. I will. I can't think of any other way. Oh, this might work. There we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody can read that enough. Anyway, Pierre Jensen, congratulations. You've won the giveaway. I will send you a message on Facebook as soon as we are done this recording here, and we'll give you 7 days to respond. If we have not heard back from you by next week, I guess we will take it in stride. Hopefully we hear from you. Once again, congratulations, Pierre Jensen. And thank you to everybody else that participated. And hopefully in the future, we'll do something like this again. I think as long as we can, support the habit, we'll continue to try and give back to you guys as little odds and sods.
We'll aim for when we get to, was it 10,000?
I think our next milestone's 1,000, then 10,000. If we hit 1,000 in another year, that'll be amazing. But once again, take it in stride, Ben.
Hey, our buddy Jeremy managed to do it in 13 months.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know other people have gotten quicker or bigger faster, but once again, Ralph Peters. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Couple guys on the chat wishing you congratulations there. And I hope I'm saying that. Pierre Jensen. Perjensen. So, yeah. And if you have any questions about any of that stuff, just reply back to the message once again. And we'll get it all straightened out. So the information we are going to look for, of course, is your mailing address or where you would like this sent. And hopefully there's going to be no complications. Hopefully you're somewhere in Canada, North America, and we don't run into difficulties. If you are over the ocean in that area, then we may have to change plans a little bit, but you'll still get the majority of everything. The only two items that are really going to cause any concern is going to be that ferrocerium rod and possibly the machete, once again, depending on where it's going.
If you're close enough, we may just hand deliver it, but that's...
Yeah, that'd be another thing. If it is close enough, Ben and I will take a trip and deliver this in person. And close is relative. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know how much you have listened to the episodes, because I know you are a busy fellow. We have mentioned you in the past before. I've actually shown off some of your work, that knife sheath and stuff you did for me. So yeah, Jamie Harris, if anybody hasn't checked him out, he has a YouTube channel. He's on the Nova Scotia Bushcraft channel. He does custom knife making, does leather work. Pretty decent guy all the way around. I think we met up with him at the very first Nova Scotia Bushcraft gathering. We reference that a lot on this channel, because that's when this all kind of started.
He was there at the first one. He was there at the last one. We've chatted both times. I do have some patches he made in the past. They're beautiful. They hold up great. I think they actually live on my pack.
I was going to say, mine are in my backpack in my truck. I'm not going out there to get that.
Yeah, pretty sure he made that one. Well,
there you go. I think so.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure on that one.
Yeah, I have the same one. Mel has a slightly different one, and I think I ended up getting 4 from him that year. Oh! But I'm not sure. Yeah. I didn't get them. I bought them from him.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all got one in our little satchel of goodness. I'm trying to think what the actual technical term for it is, but satchel of goodness works. I'm on a roll here. I got the tote of giving, the satchel of goodness. But anyway, we got a little gift package that came with some basic stuff in it. Some stickers, the patch, some fire tinder, we're talking a few years ago. When was it? 2016. So it was 4 years ago now. So I am pushing my memory, but I think there was matches. I don't know. Anyway, I think there was a patch in there, and Melissa and I both got a gift bag, and then we turned around and bought 2 more patches from Jamie. I think is how it all went down, but I can't say that for sure. But yeah. So anyway. That's kind of our stories/draw episode. Was there anything you wanted to add in there, Ben?
No, it's just great to get it together, have a chat. I mean, there's tons to talk about. We have found that we can talk forever. So
It's been mentioned by my significant other that sometimes we get long-winded.
Oh,
I think she's jealous.
I thought it was adequately winded.
I met her hair, and she does give me that. So, but
this is true. When you're in here, she doesn't have to watch you. I have to keep an eye.
Well, that's just it. She kind of gives you full reign on keeping me stabled, I guess. But I'm glad she trusts you that much. She doesn't trust me that much. What does that say? Anyway, another rabbit hole we dove down. So yeah, that's kind of the end of our episode here. So we don't go on too long. But next week we're going to be back to our regular programming, for lack of a better word. The last 2 episodes have kind of been around the draw. Now that the draw is over, we are going to... Oh, just reading a comment there, guys. Sorry. We are going to get back to kind of our talking about bushcrafty topics. I am going to touch, as you heard last episode, I'm going to touch base with a couple individuals, see if we can get some guests on here. Some of our subscribers, listeners, however you want to say it, I'm going to try and corner them and see if we can get them on here. Some of the ones that come from over the pond, and maybe gets a little bit of insight into how our bushcrafting podcast maybe fits into their bushcrafting in that neck of the woods. Because I mean, we got a couple listeners from UK, and we've touched base with a couple of those individuals. We have some from Australia, and I've touched base with a couple of those individuals. Spain, Italy, different places like that. So if I can get these individuals to line up with when we're doing the show, and we may have to adjust hours a little bit, or we'll do an interview style where we talk to them off camera and bring it on camera or something like that. I would really love to see what bushcrafting's like around the globe. You know what I mean, Ben?
Do I? I would really love to go around the globe bushcrafting.
Oh man, I mean, this is going to be living vicariously through the internet, don't get me wrong. If I could afford to visit these individuals and have them like throw me in the woods and their location and show me a little bit, I would literally be in heaven. And I have no idea how I could afford that, but if I could afford 1 ticket, it'd be easy to afford 2. Let's just go with that. So we both be going.
if like Discovery is listening or anyone.
If you want some real weird guys to go around the globe and do some really weird things, give us a call.
We will go anywhere and try almost anything if it's woods related.
Yeah, it's fairly... Almost anywhere, almost anything. I love how there's kind of a backdoor into that.
You got to draw a line somewhere, buddy.
I agree. So yeah, once again, thanks everybody that subscribed and participated in the draw. Really appreciate it. Helps us out a bit. I mean, getting the subscribers up helps us on the YouTube channel, gives us a few more options available to us, and as the subscriptions go up, those options will increase. Anybody that plays with YouTube, hopefully you understand the game better than we do, because if you don't, that is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying, because we don't understand any of it. But anyway, apparently if we get the subscriber count up, we can do some more stuff with the channel, and hopefully we can roll some stuff, neater things over to you guys. So that's kind of the aim for the foreseeable future. We're still, of course, going to be doing the podcast. Yeah, okay. We're still going to be doing the podcast, doing it this way, but hopefully we're going to start rolling out some more videos on the other side of the Atlantic Bushcraft YouTube channel. I guess it's Atlantic Bushcraft Adventures YouTube channel. I should get it right. And hopefully we'll get some more how-tos up there. I know Ben has some trip videos he'd like to do and put up there. Some more review videos. Like there are other things coming, and we hope you guys check in and check that stuff out. I do apologize. The last 2 weeks I was off injured. That slowed things up. The weather has been nuts here in Nova Scotia for anybody that's in and around this area. In Atlantic Canada, honestly. Like one day it was plus 14 and the next day it was minus 24. What kind of crazy weather is that?
Oh, yeah. We were going around in almost T-shirts today. Like, light summer jackets and stuff going around, and a few days ago, you're freezing. You know, and they're calling for rain and possible snow tomorrow.
I'm just catching up on your...
Yeah, I've seen some things in there too.
Yeah, I like that idea. We'll chat more about that off camera. But yeah, like the weather's been nuts here. And yeah, rain and snow tomorrow. I think you guys are supposed to get more snow than us. I think my neck of the woods, we're only getting like 3 centimeters of snow and 30 mils of rain or something.
Yeah, I think we're similar.
Oh, okay. I know one part of the province, I can't remember if it was the north or south, is getting the worst end of this deal.
But I think the worst of it's supposed to start in the afternoon, so yay, I'll get some work in there first.
I'm an essential service. There's no such thing as a snow day. I don't like that part of my job, but anyway, once again, everybody. What was that?
Don't really get started.
No, not at all. But
anyways, yeah, no, we'll wrap that up, I guess. I got a lot of ideas for the next couple of weeks, and then we are coming through like a season change here now, so we're going to start looking into more spring stuff, which is sad. Winter's going, and I love some of the stuff winter offered us. But yeah, new adventures, new opportunities, new challenges, and new potential. So let's get out there and do this, and hopefully everyone else gets out there and does stuff too, and tells us a bit about it and gets on. And like you alluded to earlier, anyone who'd be interested in coming on for an interview or a chat or joining us sometime, definitely reach out to us. If you're interested, we will arrange for that for sure.
And that's the thing. If you want to come on, don't think we're just going to drill questions to you and hound you. If you just want to come on and chat, there's not a lot going on like over here. You know what I mean? Like, we just chat, and we're cool with that. We'll figure out how to get you linked up in here, and we'll just be a third person into the chat wheel, and it'd be fun. So if you're not overly shy, and I mean, it's not the shy thing really isn't as bad as people think. It is there. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's not as bad as like going in front of a room and talking to a bunch of people, because your world may be this big, but it appears this big when you're doing it. And as long as you can convince yourself for the amount of time you need to chat that your world's this big, it's all good. And then after you do it so long, it no longer matters.
Yeah, you've embarrassed yourself enough then that it just can't get any worse.
No, I mean, I don't know what I could do at this point where I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that on, it's on the internet. It's never going away. Whatever, at this point, whatever. There is worse on the internet floating around about me. Let's just go with that.
Let's wrap that up. No one Google his name.
Oh, you won't find it with my name. But yeah, I think that's a great place to probably end that. But yeah, so thanks everybody. Everybody have a good night. And as Ben said, get out there, have fun, get dirty, play safe, come home, tell us about it. Night, everyone.
Night.